Check, check, check. 1, 2. All right, there we are. And we're up. Let's see. I think I was running out of space. Let's make sure we got enough space to work. Boy, oh boy. Has a lot happened as of recently. I like to do baked potatoes in bulk. Potatoes and chicken. I do those in bulk. Because, you know, natural gas ain't cheap. All right. Let's try... Hold on. If anyone has any ideas for music, I will be taking suggestions. Yeah, let's get into Leica. It's a scene that I've been avoiding. You know what? As Grandpa Dan says, eat your toad really early in the morning. And so let's see, what scene do I want to do the least? I would actually say I'm most avoidant of the science is bad scene. So why don't we pull that out? Haven't seen this in a while. Let's get into this. And let's see what I have written. This project's so big, I don't know everything. I have to go back and look at what I've decided. Because you need to see it with such precision. Otherwise, it just won't be very good. I've given up on this idea that I'll completely understand my story. You got to get in the weeds, and it just is what it is. So, let's see if we have... This is chapter 11. Actually, I can show you guys this. Why not share the wealth, huh? What is that? Outline. There we go. And let's put it... Well, I guess that works. No. I guess there was 2 documents on here already. And then let's go. Oh, you know, okay. I see. This is an aha moment in the history of streaming. It's 1:48. And I know what I mean. Okay. And then let's bring this in. Uh-oh. That sneeze is coming. Oh, bless me. God bless me with all the blessings that exist in thy world. Oh, look at that. Showing restream. All right. So then maybe I can pull restream off. There we go. Okay. So you just got to get more acquainted with OBS. That's the aha moment. I was kind of ignoring OBS, but I don't think that's the way to go. You got to get good at OBS. That's how you're a better streamer. I just got all these stupid old ideas that I get caught into. It's embarrassing. Okay. Chapter 11. Ha 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 ha. Chapter 11. This is the time for us to learn more about Bassa. Bassa sits on his newly earned throne. He's interrupted with the issues of technology not working. I have to write that scene. Bassa sits at his throne. Bored, he requests more mud. He is then informed that the mud medicine machine isn't working. Bassa lashes out. Funny how he continues to mock me. When our dear Father sees who was its greatest creation, there is no way for it to see from here. You know, I was having a fundamental idea change, in a sense. And that is that I think... Oh, we got to redo this. I think that... okay, so whatever's in this browser, I'm basically just putting this browser up. Okay, so if I want to do anything, I need to do it on this one, I think? Yeah, okay, that's what to do. All right, I'm learning. Sorry, kitty, I got to talk to someone who's not you. It's kind of crazy the way... I don't know if I like this angle of where the camera is. We might have to shop some better shots out. Actually, I feel like lower is probably better. Right? Something like this. Yes, I think this is much better. Oh, Meat Canyon's going live. Can I put Meat Canyon's live in my live? There was a guy streaming today, and I don't know how YouTube determines. I mean, I guess it's random. But YouTube had me like looking at this guy. And he sits in his car, kind of a cynic. And he was talking about how the film industry isn't very good. And he was talking about what he does in the film industry. And he actually worked as a first AC, which is something I did when I first became an adult. I was doing first AC work in the camera department. It's an official position in the film industry, and essentially you're like a camera or a director of photography jockey, essentially, where the director of photography, like a golfer, just walks out there with this entire, I mean, that's really what filmmaking is. Filmmaking is an entire circus run with staff and rules and porta potties and lunches and mostly just C-stands, but I mean, depending on the scale of what you're doing. And they follow behind you while the creative people go, And they really do work the least physically, but everything is on them creatively, essentially. But I also think that if the crew feels like you don't know what you're doing, they're more than happy to phone it in. And so the ability to get people to cross that line creatively and to get them to contribute to what you're doing creatively, really put in the work. Because I think bilking is a part of human nature, or just the nature of the universe, because you want to, exert as little energy as possible. So what you really need to do is convince people to go the extra mile. And that's, I think, a big key difference. Anyway, I digress. I just went on a tangent. But anyway, I saw him. So anyway, I've been doing a little bit of homework on social media as of recently. And how do I say this? So I went into this guy's stream, and he was the same guy, right? He's like, I was a first AC, and he's talking about this. Honestly, I probably shouldn't talk about this because I talked with this account so then he could see this. But who cares? I mean, it just honestly, I went in and I was like, hey, it's the first AC. And he blocked me. Or he didn't block me. He put me in timeout or something. I don't know how that works. But I was really surprised, and he wasn't interested in engaging. He started talking about motorcycles. So I don't know. I don't really think that part was my fault. But anything to not think about this scene, right? Chapter 11. All right. I shall overcome thyself. All right. So chapter 11, science is bad. I'm going to read this again. So this is a time for us to learn more about Bassa. So I have to come up with this concept of kind of like a montage, but a series of drawings that show that the mud pillows are unable to keep up the household, if you will. But it's not a household. It's what would you say? It's a castle. It's a fortress. So you imagine this fortress. Like if you had a really big house, you'd probably still need someone's help. Like the idea of one person having a full-time job, raising a family, and maintaining more than, God, what would it be? Well, I guess it's per person. I wonder what the ideal amount of square footage is for a human being. Let's look it up. The ideal. Should we ask ChatGPT? No, I feel like this is something that can be decided by, this could be decided by Google. What is the ideal square foot? Well, let's say per person. But it seems like a family of 4 is really where they did their math. 600 square feet. Oh, God. I lived in an apartment that I think was, I don't know, it might have been 150 square feet. For 2 people, 1,200. 4 people, 2,400 square feet. Oh, that's interesting. I lived in a family with 5. And I imagine we probably had about, there was probably, it's like 4, 5. Yeah, maybe 2,000 square feet with a basement. Anyway, I digress. So I would say after the 2,400 square feet or whatever. So how many people does it take? The question is, how many, No, what is the question? The question is what is the average square footage of a castle in Europe? Let's not say around here. Europe. No. 5 square miles? No way. Oh, from a few acres to 5 square miles. Okay, a few acres. The world's largest ancient castle covers 750,000 square feet. That's just so nuts. I would even say like an acre. How many acres can one person maintain? We're not even going to say. Amount of land a person can maintain depends on many factors. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Diet, harvest, yield. Yeah. There's some information about this. It's needed for feed person. 1 acre. One may not be enough for. So, okay. So they're really going from using the acreage. What if you do. Okay. So let's say like if you were really balling out, you lived on 3 acres and you had a family of 4. And you would maintain, at least 2,400 square feet, clearly, 600 per person. So you could say that within that space, then the individuals could maintain it. So the question would be, how much more square footage are you going to maintain? So luckily, this is a problem that I don't currently have. There's enough square footage for me to maintain. I don't even know how many. I wonder what the square footage is of my apartment. Pretty decent size, actually. Anyway, back to the book. All right, so we need to come up with a series of. No, maybe not. Sits on his throne. He requests money. Okay. So he basically starts blaming Charda. But you know what I would rather him do? I like the idea of Bassa giving a speech that makes sense. So, like, I feel like leaders, what they do is sometimes their wacky ideas are essentially kind of squished between. No, their good ideas are their crazy ideas are squished between their good ideas, and I think the good idea of Bassa is the unification of the pillows. It's interesting because the pillows just say mud, but he says things like pretty intelligent. Even though we've shown him that we pillows will always work together, he mocks us. Bassa is almost like Napoleon from Animal Farm, kind of. Funny how he continues to mock me. Let's say mock us. When our dear Father sees who was its greatest creation, there is no way for it to see from here. Okay, so this is where the dear God comes in. And, okay, there's no way for it to see from here. When Father sees, things will be different. When Father sees this. Oh, okay. So what we can do is we can see that as he walks downstairs. Okay, take me to the prisoner. Yeah. So let's identify this as, okay. Bassa sees the dilapidation. No. What if instead of he sees a dilapidation, he chooses. What if he just says, it's cheap, and then throws it on his like Tower of Babel? The problems with let's make this. The problems with the inventions are not fixed with mud, and when Basa is faced with the issue, he tells them to throw it on the pile. He says to throw it on the pile, and that's not how you spell throw. That isn't going to work. Yeah, thank you. Throw the pile. We follow him. We follow him through the, that's the right throw. Through. We follow him through the hole in the fortress, and as the pillows and he walks up the Tower of Babel. Okay, so this goes after this stuff. So cool. I actually like this. This is a very dark scene, actually. But it works. Okay. And then that's the dialogue. So we need to turn this into... Barp, 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 barp. Come on, help me out here, kitty. Come on, key. Okay, that works. Ah, Charter, my brother. You're so clever in your ways. Charter, how are things down there? Things are hard when you have to handle things for yourself. Charter, water. Ick. Okay, so then Basa rides the mud pillows down to the fortress. Let me show what mud can do. Okay. It's mud-tastic? I can't believe I actually wrote that. What up, kitty? Well, you got to fill it with something. Oh, this is kind of like an esoteric. Nah, I'll have to come up with something. Kitty, I'll take you to Ohio, but you got to drive. Deal? Man, I'd be in so much trouble if I made you drive. Cops would be so upset. Why would you let a kitten drive your car? I'm open to all ideas. I brought food from the cellar. I don't know how to open the locked door. I know that Charta never lets us down. Interesting. Oh, wow. I can actually bring Laika back from the original idea. Maybe I can team Laika up with Hamder. Yeah, maybe we can write Hamder back in. Hamder is officially back in the book. I mean, we'll see. I actually haven't written him into chapter 1, so That would have to be at dinner time. There's going to have to be something that, I don't know. We'll have to come up with something. I'll have to be creative for once, huh? Oh, anyway. I guess one thing with streaming, if I'm going to stream this often, I suppose what I could do is talk about things that are happening in the news. Very hot news day the last few days. The Federal Reserve dropped the interest rate 50 points, basis points is I think what they call it. And someone tried to shoot Donald Trump, apparently. And P. Diddy Combs is arrested and did not make bond. You know, it's interesting, out of those three topics, what are those topics? It's the Federal Reserve. I don't like the idea of the Federal Reserve dropping the interest rate. The temperament of Congress isn't very, in my opinion, impressive when it comes to spending money. So the idea of the Federal Reserve, in theory, the idea that won out in debate that caused it to be created was this idea that private enterprise would know better how to handle this. With, I believe the Federal Reserve is supposed to regulate inflation. What is the Federal Reserve's responsibility? What does the Federal... I know they print money. They literally print the money. Federal Reserve do. There you go. Federal Reserve is the central bank of the United States and has many responsibilities. Okay. So the policy on monetary, financial stability, financial institution supervision, payment and settlement systems, consumer protections, and community development. That's weird. The Fed is one of the most politically independent U.S. government bodies, which has led to tension with lawmakers and presidents. So here's the thing. The conspiracy theory is that the Federal Reserve isn't actually a part of the federal government. It is, in a sense, a private entity that shadows itself as a government entity. And it's literally what you would consider the ruling class's compromise with the government, and this is the thing that Andrew Jackson fought against. I mean, this comes up a lot historically. How do you handle the money? And I think the PR with them is pretty good. I don't think a lot of people really caught into this concept of auditing them and really trying to understand what they got going on. But it's just like, I don't know. I think it's kind of like part of, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Anyway, back to the book. Check out my ADD stream. No, I guess I can do that. That's okay. I'm just a human being. I want another potato. Hey, Kitty, you mind putting in another baked potato for me? You know what I could do? I could make a ham sandwich. I could go for a ham sandwich. So let's figure out what we're going to do here. What drawings do we have to work with? We have... So anyway, Bassa, let's go back to this. Bassa, water. So Bassa goes down to the prison and has a conversation with Charda. And then we see the deer god. So there's this aspect of the deer god, and we're not going to explain this to the audience. Or maybe we will. Maybe I'll do it through narration. But the deer god basically shows another god what he's got going on the planet. And he's embarrassed to see that the sandcastle has been knocked over, essentially. So this stairway actually should make its way into chapter 1. Do we have chapter 1? Yeah, we do. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's drop this in here because there's going to be a before and after with this. So these scenes are actually directly linked in a sense. Then we have this one. So let's do this. Copy. Oh, wow. I didn't expect it to go this way. This is the best decision ever. What else do we got here? We got this one. Yeah, let's bring the throne. Directly correlate it. Let's start looping this story together. Ooh, what a good stream session, huh? And then, this is 11. This is 11. We'll use this one. Okay, so we're getting a lot of work done right now. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. And then there's that little hole. Maybe we'll show him this scene. Charda will be a prisoner in his own castle. There it is. Cool, cool, cool. So most of the work here is done. I just got to do some close-up stuff. Wow, I did really good notes for myself. I was actually avoiding kind of running into this. I'm telling you, I think I'm so used to being paralyzed by perfection that I've kind of created this mentality within myself where I expect to fail. And I think that I've outgrown that, but I haven't lost the anxiety. I'm always like worried that I'm not going to rise to the occasion. And I just got to learn to trust myself because these notes are very good. These are very good notes by the time I got here. All of the deep creativity has been done. Now all I got to do is what we would say in filmmaking, which is like the shot, reverse shot. And I got to do a lot of talking head stuff. But that stuff's easy. It's just close-ups, or whatever. I mean, I designed these characters. Anyway, I'm going to get a ham sandwich because I am burning a lot of calories thinking. So in the meantime, let's pull up this guy. This is a good drawing. I did this maybe like a year ago. There we go. We'll put this there and I'll be back. Yes, get a sandwich on stream. Yes, that's brilliant. That's a great stream show. That's just like my bully. I'm being my own bully in my head. Cheap views. I wonder what that's about. How do you give me cheap views? $50 viewers? Oh my god. Kiki, Kiki, Kiki. What are you doing to me, Kiki? Okay. What are you doing, Kiki? No. 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 This cat loves ham like I do. But I would never eat the food you eat, Kitty. All right. How are we going to do this? All right. Well, we can jump into this. I'm really punting everything on the Dear God. Maybe tomorrow. God, I thought it was Thursday. I gained a whole day in my head. I'm doing all right. And what did I spend? I spent $24. I think that's all I spent today. Wasn't a bad day. We could have this aspect. That would be kind of an interesting scene to do. You know, it would only make sense if Charter was constantly working out. So I was originally going to make him emaciated. Kitty, you're crazy. You're a crazy kitten. As long as she knows I'm here for her, I think everything works out. She knows I won't hurt her. Where is... Not on purpose. Yeah. All right. I'm ready for some timer stuff. All right, where are we at here? Where's my stylus? Okay, we got... Oh, here it is. Kitty, you just gonna keep sitting here? I can't do this. She wants to sit on my lap, but the position that my lap is in. But I know her temperament. If I remove her and set my lap where I'm comfortable, she'll leave. Where are we at here? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. What are you doing, Kiki? You gonna stay here? All right, let's do a 5-minute timer on this. So the interesting thing is that this needs to go to the first scene. So there's this prison where they keep this mud pillow. So I guess one way we could do this. Let's start the timer. Let's just do it. Let's put me under pressure. That's really what it is. I am pretty effective under pressure, but when I'm not under pressure, it's not good. Okay. So what we need to do here, let's get this room right. Okay. There we go. Something like this. Kind of like this. So the chart is kind of sitting in a... Well, I think it would be more dynamic than this, right? So it's 1-point perspective. Is that what that is? No, that would be 2-point perspective, and the perspectives would be off the page. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this kitty. No, kitty, get out of here. All right. Well, I only got a minute, so I got to work with what I got. Kitty won't let me use the mouse. So I'm going to have to... Oh, you're going to attack the stylus too, huh? All right, kitten. All right. So I don't really like the idea... Let's do this. This makes more sense. I like the idea of Charda spending time... This should probably... Stop biting me. No. Spending time working out. You know what's crazy? In the book The Count of Monte Cristo, the priest in prison had like a whole library of classical educational information. I guess it makes sense because he's a priest. He gets to have certain stuff. Stop it. No. No. I'm serious. There it is. I'm wasting my time. All right. Whoops. So yeah, we'll just use straight up bricks. Okay. Oh God. The bricks are back. I should stop doing bricks. I should let someone else do them. I remember I was in a art class and I started doing backgrounds for animation, so my art started changing. It was not really matching what was kind of universal in the class, and I was doing these really flat cartoon backgrounds, and it just looked like shit compared to, like, you know, people are doing vases with flowers in them, or, you know, I don't know, a bunch of stuff that they can see. Now I'm drawing things without reference, which is kind of like a fundamental part of cartooning. Interesting. So this is interesting because it has to be true to the form of the architecture, because you really can't fake architecture. It just is what it is. Now you can say the architecture is maybe a little shoddy. You could say it's like a grotto or something. Anybody know what a grotto is? Bueller? A grotto. What is a grotto? I'll look it up once the timer goes off. All right, that's not too bad. And then we kind of have to open up this way. Okay. It's a bummer because Kim Jung-gi can do this stuff without perspective lines. Maybe he said that he would see the perspective lines. I don't know, maybe I'm not seeing the perspective lines correctly. I am kind of going straight on, aren't I? Did that work? Man, I feel like I stink at drawing. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I don't want to have to do these. This is actually much better. I could probably just double this up. All right. Let's look up the term for grotto. What is a grotto? Maybe she just wanted my grotto. It's a small cave or hidden room that could be natural or artificial. Grottos can be found in a variety of locations. Yeah, the grotto. Toledo is pretty cool. There was a grotto near where I grew up. Interesting enough. Okay. Yeah. So we got that scene. We got to do this one. And then we also have to do one where Basa is leaving or walking out of this location. The thing is, I think this idea of emaciating Charda isn't the way to go. I think Charda should actually be doing like push-ups and stuff like that. And actually, Charda is a good opportunity for me to practice my human anatomy and get him kind of jacked and have him come back with a vengeance. It would be a proper ending, I think. I was originally going to put him in here. I think I guess we don't have to show this whole room either. We could probably make it very dark. So we don't have to actually make all this. Yeah. And maybe he's like just working out. I guess Hamder just doesn't like Charda. So I gotta text my buddy Mark. I gotta let him know Hamder made it back in the book. Yeah, we can bring Hamder back in. Hamder is like, I don't like this guy. He ate my family. Oh, let's God, I gotta go to the gym. I guess I could go to the gym after I draw. It's a nice part about living in the city. There's you could have those in some medium-sized cities though. You don't have to be in Chicago. Actually, I would say Chicago doesn't stay open. It's not like the city that doesn't sleep. I mean, there are places that are like that. There's actually like 4 a.m. bars. So that's really Chicago's thing. But wow, wow. Let's see if this happened. It did happen twice. Yeah. Ooh, it happened. Oh, okay, so we started at 47. Not too bad. Okay. So then, yeah, we have that. So Charda essentially is like over here working out. And yeah, let me start doing push-ups, crunches. I guess we already got him over here doing push-ups. I could do, yeah, like a montage. Well, I guess he just pops in on him and he's working out. And they can actually have a conversation standing stagnant, I think, for the most part. Why not? So it would behoove the story if Basa was what would you call it? Provoking Chardo. Because it would be appropriate for the comeback. Okay. So probably what should happen is that there are some items that are broken and they go down to Charda to ask him to help. And he tells them exactly what to do, and they don't believe it because it doesn't require mud. So then Basa walks out, and then we see the whole situation with the Tower of Babel. And we start to see that Basa is actually motivated by this aspect of remembering the deer god. Yeah, we got everything we need for the most part. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Touching base with myself, huh? We're so close. So I just got to get that conversation, and then I have to write the beginning of this. And then, okay, nice. So let's go back to this. So science is bad is actually way better off than I thought. Yeah, let's save it. Let's look. What's the other toad we need to swallow? Start by swallowing toads. That's what I say. That's what I always say. I say it one time. You know what I always say? It's my lifelong dream to swallow toads. All right. 10, chapter 10. Docking. I've put a lot of work into that. Siege on Shaffridge. I've put a lot of work in that. Cat Fed meeting. A ton of work. Charda makes Bassa retreat. I don't think I've done anything for that. I mean, there's a few drawings, but I don't want to show you guys that stuff. This is done. Bassa attacks. This needs to be worked out too. Yeah, this Bassa maneuver. But we could just use what we have and break it down. It's probably not even that many pages. So you got the siege. I wonder how many pages it's going to be. Nightmare. Cool. Cool. And then what is this? Bassa's rally. That's pretty much done. So really what we got to do, let's relabel these then. Because these all need to be, whoops. Yeah, let's just unlabel everything. Oh, isn't that funny? So you gotta hit it twice to get them all to go off. Orange. Isn't that funny? Can you guys see what I'm doing? Oh, you can't. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So what scenes? We're going to do red, green, and yellow. Red being like, you need to check this out. Okay, so I would say the things that really need red would be probably this one, the ending we got to put some time into. And the next one would be, no, this would be a yellow because we're almost there. Science is bad is a yellow. And come on now. Come on now. Come on now, computer. Docking is, I would say it's probably still a yellow. It's pretty much green. I think we could like go with it. What does Shaffridge look like? Is there a splat? This is probably a red. This one is like a green. You could probably print what we have here. Boards. Oh, this is done. Yeah, this is green. I would say this is red. Pickett's charge. What does this look like? Yeah, Pickett's charge is basically done. I would say that it's basically green. Oliver's nightmare. I still got to assemble all this, so I would say this is yellow. Boss's rally is basically done. Leica is red. And Crash Landing is, I would say, probably still red. So it's actually not that good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters that really need to be combed through. Yeah. And the rest of these bad boys. So we'll get there. Okay. So then we have, in this chapter, we have to reverse how, like, kind of like mud, the mud infection just ruins these places. There we go. And so if we could redo this, let's make this a cleaner world. And we could do this in 5 minutes. Okay, let's do this. Let's do a timer. And away she... Wait, hold on, everybody. Hold on. Because trust me, I can turn it on. It's just I get exhausted and then I end up dragging my feet. You know, got a little burnout, but that's okay. We're back to it. Um, you guys want to hear any of my hot takes? I'll wait until the chat is popping, then I'll give you guys my hot takes. All right, let's start the timer. Oh no. Mm, I wonder if. Ow. Dang it, let's pause this. Because I was just about to get in the groove. I was just about to get in the groove. Aha! Finally, I had a good idea. I like talk to myself like an abusive spouse, basically. Should cut myself some slack, you know. No, not this. Oh, what are we connected to? Oh, cool. Oh, that's a little bit closer actually. Oh, I didn't restart the camera. The camera. I didn't restart the camera. Okay, where are we at here? With a caveat. Interesting. Oh. Jeez. All right, let's start a timer for doing these doing the tile. Some of these perspective lines are going to throw me off. Did I even start the timer? Let's start this timer. Ooh, look at that. The timer, it puts you in check. Because, I don't have to know all this stuff. I'm not Kim Jong-gi yet. I actually commented on someone's stream earlier today, and I said, "Hey, I want to draw like Kim Jong-gi." The guy goes, "How much time do you got?" Which is a funny way to put it. It might be better though to save time to just make these black and white. So actually, oh no, the perspective line's right because the horizon line's right here. I'm learning. Look at that. 30 seconds left, and I feel like I could probably end it right now. So actually, let's get rid of these guidelines. Ew, don't let anyone know about this. All right. Nice little 5-minute drawing. This is a before, and here's the after. Oh, let's turn it up. After. Before. Let's let it fill up the frame. Before. This is our hallway. This is our hallway. Our characters are coming through this hallway. Then. After. Bam. See that? A lot of time went by, huh? Ba-da. 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 Yeah. This is going to look cool. Okay, so we got this one. The next one would be this throne here. Yeah, let's do the timer on this one. Oh, there it is. Mm. I could probably finish this tomorrow. It'll be a fuck ton of work, but that's all right. Nothing wrong with working hard. All right, y'all. That was my late night stream. I'll see y'all around, huh? All right, y'all. Take care.